the reason why I created this program was not because I was inspired or I was motivated. The reason why I created this program was because I was deeply, deeply frustrated, right? I've been around long enough. We've healed people on our programs with all types of ailments and issues, from complex traumas that include murder in the family or murder, homicide, and, complex issues that involve someone who comes from prison, from childhood trauma such as rape and abandonment. And even the issues that society seems as very little and small that cause your disconnection as a human being, and they become a traumatic experience or memory for you, right? So those might be the feelings of neglect or the slight feeling of an existential angst, meaning that you feel like you don't belong here, life has no meaning, your depression, your suicidal thoughts. I've gone through all of those. We've healed all of those. We've worked through all of those and really helped people build a home inside themselves that never existed. So the reason why I created this was because I've seen so many people, and I myself, I can realize this, that I myself went through this, right? Where you go and you are seeking help and you're asking for help, and you don't find the help that you're needing. Whether for you, like me, I tried to solve my childhood trauma through escaping through my career, and that didn't work, so I went into the drugs, and that didn't work either, and then it was suicidal thoughts and the drugs, and that didn't work, depression. You keep piling these things up, and then it ended up in the crime and all that, right? So the whole thing that when you go and look for help that you find out there is that, first of all, they're gonna say, okay, Lwazi, it's my name, your problem is that you are depressed, so we need to drug you in order for you to be okay. And that didn't work for me. And so I looked for other places as well, and I was looking in the shamanic route, the Sangoma journey, the traditional approach that is indigenous of my culture. And there as well, it was like, you've had all these problems growing up because you're the chosen one, and it still didn't work for me because it still created another paradigm, which is an escape. And then you go through books and you're like, okay, I'm going to try and read at least 50 books on human behavior and mental health. And then again, they tell you that the problems that you have are external. They have to do with how you behave. And you can change your behavior and change your habits and learn to create boundaries. But the trauma is still there. It still doesn't escape. The depression doesn't go. It still maintains itself in me. And it was almost like a poisonous thing where I just keep blowing the poison to be lighter every time. But I'm tired of blowing. And blowing it away, and it keeps trying to attack me, and it keeps blowing it away, and I get tired and sick of blowing this thing away, and I get tired of managing and having someone, a therapist or whoever, who's there, who's saying that let's manage this poison together. I got tired of that. So out of that frustration of seeing so many clients who've went through so many routes, and I myself have went through so many routes, they've been diagnosed there, done this there, done that there, and nothing seems to work permanently. I then said, let me just create a program versus, being so angry at how everything is being organized, how the whole agenda of mental health is being disrupted by the corporations who are there financing all these drugs that are destroying our lives. So that's the reason why I created this program. To help you see that what you're struggling with is a symptom. It's a symptom of something deeper. We've healed people time and time again. And this is always the case. The depression is a symptom. The suicidal thoughts is a symptom. The need to be violent is a symptom. The anger is a symptom. The existential angst that you're feeling is a symptom. The heightened empathy, right? Which makes you keep sensing all the danger all around you. It's all just a symptom. And because it's a symptom, even the blocked memory, so you're like, I cannot remember anything before I was 12 or 13 years old. And my therapist said, let's try and remember your upbringing, and you blocked. Those things are just symptoms, and these symptoms are protective mechanisms that are designed, right, to help you cope with the disconnection. The moments when you disconnected from your love and safety, from your authenticity as a child, you then created a persona, a protective layer, a spirit around it that said, I'm going to protect you. And the best way I know how in this moment is to say that life and this thing that is happening to me has no meaning. And that's how you created that meaning. And now when you grow old and you get triggered in stressful environments, then you go into that place again. That's just one example. There's so many examples of how we create a persona or an energy system in my world, because as a psychedelic indigenous practitioner in my world, where you create a spirit that is inherited in your generations that say, this is how I'm going to cope with it. So this program is basically for someone who's fed up, or someone who just feels intuitively guided and saying that these normal methods and approach do not work for me. They can probably work for other people, but not for me. So this program is designed for that. It's designed for you to go from point, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm angry, or I need clarity, I don't know what's happening with my life, or I'm suspecting that my life is going to go down deeply now in a deep dive, and I just need something that will get me into inner peace and find that space inside of myself where I finally belong somewhere, where I finally am loved, where I finally can have inner peace, where my reality is valid. It's such a beautiful discussion to talk about psychedelics, right? And I'm in that space as an indigenous practitioner and say that I'm just gonna give you this and it's gonna heal you. However, that works probably if you live in the Amazon. I've had clients who are coming from the Amazon who cannot integrate their experience of what they experienced in their psychedelic ceremonies. Because in the Amazon, the integration therapy, which is post the whole ceremony, is not needed. Because nature will integrate you, culture will integrate you, the social dynamic, the geopolitics, the social dynamic there will integrate you. So this program is designed for you if you are seeking to finally break through. I'm really frustrated and fed up by all the systems and methods that are out there to help you heal that creates stronger and bad dependency. So that's what this program is for, and that's the criteria. I thank you.